My name is RaeQuan Battle, and I'm a Tulalip tribal member, and I currently play for the Charlotte Hornets. Man, these past, I would say, 14 months has been like crazy to me. It really just started once I decided to leave Montana State. It was a big decision too, because I wasn't planning on leaving, especially leaving Coach Sprinkle after the 2 years I had at Montana State. But then, once he decided to get a new job at the Utah State, that's kind of when I was somewhat forced into the portal and wanted to branch out a little bit and see what teams are interested. West Virginia was more of like a, last caller. There was about 20, solid D1 Division I schools that were kind of preaching, everything I wanted. West Virginia preached everything to a T when it came to academics and just playing wise and the future they have for me. And once I ran into Coach Josh Eiler and Bob Huggins, there was a spark there automatically.
You read about his story and being the first Division I player to come out of his tribe, and it's a really unique story, and it's his very special story. And I gravitated towards it right away, and then to hear the stories of him, wanting to stay home and stay local and represent his people, it's just it's admirable, and it's really exciting to see that, and to have that type of person in our program is beautiful to me, and someone that I think is going to represent West Virginia very well.
The NCAA approved me to play for my mental health waiver, which is why I transferred in the first place. The NCAA allows you to transfer once free, and the second, third time you kind of have to go for a waiver. My waiver was the mental health waiver, and we checked all the boxes. The only box that wasn't checked was why West Virginia, because West Virginia is obviously across the country, and for me to choose a mental health waiver, the NCAA would assume that I would be closer to home. I've already played 2 years at home, and I keep to myself a lot. Those first 2 years of college was I wouldn't say the worst 2 years of my life, because I was a freshman and sophomore in college at the University of Washington, but career-wise, I didn't play too well. Academic-wise, it could have been better. I was hitting obstacles that I'm somewhat used to, but it's at a different level. It's at the collegiate level now. I never wanted to leave Washington. I never wanted to leave Montana State. But for me to grow as a person, I left Washington because it was too close to home. There was a lot going on. COVID was happening. Rest in peace to my grandmother, Geraldine Williams, at the time. And it was just hard for me to kind of operate being so close to home. And that's why I made a decision to kind of branch out and move on and grow as a person and a player away from home. And shout out to Bozeman, Montana for that, and Danny Sprinkle and just the whole Montana State crew that I was with for those 2 years, friends for life, family for life. I wanted to win a third consecutive ring with that squad, and, things changed and snowballed into me ending up in West Virginia. And I had to battle the NCAA for me to even get on that floor. And fortunately, I was able to play, but unfortunately, after 10 games. As a kid, you dream of the NCAA doing this for you and doing that for you, bending over backwards as much as they can to help you graduate and be successful on and off the floor. And I felt like at the time they were preventing me to be successful on the floor when I only had 1 year remaining. And academic-wise, I was on track, which is why I even chose West Virginia. If I chose another school, I'd be another year behind, like I did when I went to Montana State. And I didn't want to make that mistake again and catch up all those credits, but it all fell into the right place. I just ended up playing a lot later than I expected. Me being consistent and just being able to not give up over these past few years, academics has just been my main deterrent when it comes to pushing forward in my life and moving on. Basketball is it's my skill, it's the thing I do every single day, and it's what I love to do. Once you find something that you love to do and keep chasing it, it'll reward you at the end of the day. And that's what basketball has done for me, and just being able to keep that chip on my shoulder to be, successful in the classroom has, been a fun journey for me, and I'm grateful to be able to graduate. Playing in the summer league was something every kid will do anything for. And just being able to start the way I did in Sacramento, it was fun. It was great. I felt like I belonged being on that floor. It's just something I've been chasing for so long, and for it to be, here now, and I just got to remain consistent and keep getting better. It's fun. It's a dream. Yeah, the next couple months is just a lot of work. Just same thing that I've been doing, these past couple months and few years, is just staying consistent and being in the gym, because now I just have an opportunity. An Exhibit 10 contract allows me to kind of work my way up into that spot with the Charlotte Hornets. I'll be tied in with their G League Greensboro Swarm for the most part, and it's just kind of working my way up, climbing that ladder. And always coming home and just seeing the family and just seeing, the tribe coming together in just different ways, even if it's just a cultural ceremony for us, a traditional ceremony. And now that it's kind of, they're sending me off and giving me all this great energy and good medicine to take with me on my journey, is, it's something as a kid you never would think of. Everybody's eyes are on you at that moment, and not just in that gym. There was a lot of people that could have been there and have been wishing me love and good luck to, my journey ahead. And just having that jam, it was just, something that I really appreciate, especially Sarah putting that together, and just, it was amazing. It's crazy to think, a kid's game can get you, to a certain level in life, and it's just a skill, and it's just a talent or something you love. If you love it, and you skilled at it and you put the work in, it'll reward you at the end of the day. Man, I want the younger generation to step up and pass me. I tell my youngest brother all the time, you have to be better than me, than when I was, going to junior, senior year. And I believe he's, taking that in and, challenging himself to do that. And there's a lot of kids around here that are doing that too, just even on this street that I grew up on. Kids come up to me, hey Ray, hi, I'm working on this shot, or I'm doing this, how do I work on my vertical? And even the classroom stuff, how do I, stay on track with my school? I fall behind too quick. It's been awesome that just seeing everybody come to me with these questions, and me being able to give them the advice they need.